Legendary.
Hello, got another Overwatch League video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Boston Uprising. In Stage 4, they've gone from being one of the best dive teams to adapting some new compositions. My favorite being the double sniper composition that they've been running a lot this stage. Requires a little bit of coordination and setting it up properly, but it is very effective against a lot of the Brigitte comps we've been seeing in Stage 4. It is also very good just against certain deathball comps, as long as the map will allow for the proper crossfire. One key thing you'll notice when we talk about the Boston Uprising setting these up is you cannot share sightlines with your double snipers. It's all about the crossfire and setting up the two angles that make it almost impossible for the defending team to do anything about. As long as you're hitting your shots with the double sniper and the crossfire setup, you should be able to take out those supports before they can do much about it. Now Dallas has been very keen on running D.Va, aka Seagull, with their Brigitte comps, so they're a little more well equipped to deal with double sniper, but you'll see as I demonstrate, Boston's setup is just too good here. So basically what's going to happen is Boston is in the blue if I didn't already mention, Dallas in the red. So on the approach, Striker's going to go way to the right through the Griffin ride and go all the way towards the defending spawn and around arches here and set up a crossfire from behind. During this, the core of Boston's going to go up the left side while Note distracts on the right, goes for a hook to try to force a little displacement on the point. You'll see how I have it all animated here. So as you can see, as the core approaches the left side of the point, Dallas is reacting and getting ready to take a fight on the corner here. While Note sneaks up here, he's going to get a really good opportunity to hook one of the supports. This is all while Striker's getting in position. Note does end up hooking Unko and kills Unko. As soon as he kills Unko, you'll notice that Note's going to join the team on the left side of the point. So Unko's dead, but he's getting rezzed. Meanwhile, Striker's still getting into position. And now, look what we have. So the fight is pretty much broken out on the left side of the point. Rez has been used and both the supports are back here. I'm pretty sure Timu's a little bit more over here. But they still don't know Striker's behind them. They're probably wondering where the hell he is. But before they can do much about it, what's going to happen is the two supports are going to get killed by Striker because they have no cover. And they don't even know he's behind him. Meanwhile, the core of Boston is taking the fight on the left side of the point. Supports are going to die, and then it's pretty much a done deal. So, it's going to show you guys how it actually goes down. Sorry, I've been saying Note. It's been Kalios that was on the hog this game. I totally forgot they put Kalios in for this. So here's Kalios, he's coming on the approach. The core of Boston's going on the left. You can see Dallas reacting. Kalios moves in, he gets that hook onto Unko and runs immediately over to the left side of the point. They res Unko, and Striker is making his way to the arches right now. Boston's got a nice setup here right on the point. Dallas is already getting pushed into the stables here, and it's looking tough. OGE's shield's almost gone. And right about here, I think, is when Striker pokes his head as Dallas moves in. Watch the kill feed. Striker gets Unko. Striker gets Harry Hook. And now, I mean, it's over. Kamsu kills OG. They don't have heals. Seagulls no sustain. It's done. So, it took a minute to set up, a minute to execute, but really, really well done. Like I said, as long as you hitting those shots, these setups are so good. Striker hit those two important shots, took out both the supports in a matter of 3 seconds. They couldn't do anything about it. The one I got is a double sniper on King's Row by Boston again. One's gonna be slightly different. This was week 2 of stage 4, I believe, so I know they've been running offensive Orisa here on King's Row as of late, so the Orisa might have been a later adaptation from this, but I still really like this composition because I love Ryan Zarya on King's Row. So, Boston attacking again. Here's the attacker's spawn. Points right here. Zoom out a little. This is the LA Valiant in the gray icons, gray-black icons. They're pretty sprawled out on the point. They're going to be running a double sniper defense while Boston runs a double sniper offense. Both very viable for first point here. So, briefly what's going to happen is Striker is going to do the same thing here as he did on Blizzard World. The core of Boston's going to move into statue and start brawling out here in the middle ground while Striker goes in on the lower section here. And he's actually going to sneak in through the under passage while Soon is on top of high ground here. Striker's going to be right underneath him, shooting on killing supports, while Mistake applies pressure through Hotel. Both the cores of both the teams will be fighting in the middle ground here, and you'll just see this is going to be a sniper battle. To control those sight lines and to not let Boston set up the crossfire. That's the Valiant's goal here. So, Boston moves in. Soon is patrolling up in the back high ground. Striker moves in the low ground, and this is what I was talking about. Soon's above him on the high ground. Striker is underneath, about to look out of this sight line. The core of Boston is now facing off on point. One thing I forgot to mention is Agilities does kill Mistakes pretty early on, so that's why I dragged his icon back, because he's dead for first 20 seconds of this fight. As we progress, you'll see Striker takes a couple shots, and he'll actually move back here to arches on the ground. Soon is still up here on the high ground, and Striker's setting up some crazy flank shots right here, just like he did on Blizzard World. You can see Mistakes is coming back in off the spawn. He's going to keep pressuring Hotel. Right about here, I believe Striker gets a kill onto one of the supports. They go for the res. And then, oops, my animation ended. Striker's going to jump right up there onto the high ground, kill Soon, and Boston's going to have the advantage. I think both the supports are dead by that time, but Striker gets a lot of value on this flank, and Mistakes comes back and kills Agilities. So here's Boston moving in on the attack here. I really like Zarya Ryan. You can be aggro, they can keep each other up. You can push against the defending team. Brawl on the point here. So Striker's moving in on the low ground. Noda and Gamsu are moving in, applying pressure to the point. Agilities is in Hotel here, about to kill Mistakes. I don't know why it froze. Here it is, Striker shooting out of the lower portion, kills Kariv. I think right here, Fate pivots so they can go for the res. So there's res, Kariv's up, Agilities kills Mistake. They're still brawling on point though. Now Striker's behind them in arches, and Valiant can't do anything about it. Space can't peel because he's not playing D.Va. All he's got is a bubble that he's using on Fate just to keep him alive. Fate's dead, Soon gets destroyed by Striker. Mistakes wins the 1v1 against Agilities, and it's over. There's just too many pressure points, and Valiant can't deal with it. So why is this double sniper good versus these Deathball and Brigitte comps? If it wasn't already obvious, Deathball and Brigitte cannot peel fast enough, much like dive tanks would. Double sniper's not very good against dive because when you're going up against Winston D.Va, they're just going to be able to close those gaps and peel and close those sight lines. But when you got these ground tanks and Brigitte can't do anything about double sniper, and the ground tanks can only turn and close line of sight, but they can't go aggro like a D.Va Winston can. So positioning and sightline is the name of the game with this comp, and it's really effective. So I hope you learned why this is good and why some teams are taking a liking to this in Stage 4. I think it will continue to evolve. The Orisa Roadhog adaptation that we're seeing later on in Stage 4, I really like. I think we'll see more of that as well. So, hope you guys learned a little bit. Thanks for watching.